Hello everybody and welcome to the Money Man. Now today I've got two different commemorative banknotes that celebrate the same thing. And what they are is they're both one Kuwaiti dinar notes. And the first one was introduced on the second anniversary of the liberation of Kuwait from Iraqi forces. And this is it. And what you've got actually on the front is you can see the names of all these countries, starting with the United States, Saudi Arabia, United Kingdom, Egypt, Canada. I won't go through them all, but you can see them. These are the 34 countries that actually participated in the liberation of Kuwait. Iraq's army moved in 1990 and basically annexed the country. And then when they were forced to pull out and retreat, they caused massive ecological disaster by setting fire to the oil fields, and many Kuwaitis were actually spirited away to Iraq. So when Liberation Day finally came, obviously Kuwait was eternally grateful, and they produced these banknotes to basically celebrate that fact. So what you've got is a geographic representation of Kuwait on the front. And actually you've got in this sort of like reflective hologram, you've actually got the eagle, which is the national animal of Kuwait. And then you've got the sort of sigil of Kuwait right here. If we spin it around and look at the back, you can see we've got soldiers and senior leaders of the community embracing. And you can see actually we've got a sort of a nod to the ecological disaster that was left behind when the Iraqi forces retreated, because you've actually got a burning oil field here in the background. Sort of a reminder of the damage that was done. And at the bottom it says, a commemorative note issued on the occasion of the second anniversary of the liberation of the state of Kuwait, February 26, 1993. So there it is. It's quite a colourful banknote. It's quite nice. I quite like this one. If we have a look at the folder that it comes in, it looks like this. Now, you can get hold of these really cheaply on eBay, but you seldom see them with the folder, and I don't really know why, but I can hazard a guess, which I'll tell you about in a minute. I just discovered this when opening this, the other banknote a moment ago. But if you look inside, I'll read a little bit of it, but if you want to pause the video and read it yourself, it just says, the Central Bank of Kuwait is in commemoration of the second anniversary of the Liberation Day, is issuing this special and commemorative note at the nominal value of one Kuwaiti dinar. You can read the rest if you wish, but we've got it represented in English and Arabic right here, which is pretty cool. But on the whole, the design is very, very basic. That's the folder. Now, I'll show you the second one, which was introduced on the 10th anniversary of the liberation of Kuwait. So this one was introduced in 2001. And I discovered something really infuriating about the folder on this one, which probably tells me why so many come without the folder. But here it is. You can see the design is very, very intricate, but there's not actually much going on in terms of images or anything like that. And then you've got a fingerprint right here as the security feature, which I think is really, really interesting. If we spin it around and look at the back, you can see we've got a man holding the Kuwaiti flag, looks to be a soldier, so this is during Liberation Day, and you've got the Doves of Peace represented here, which is interesting because that was on the first Libyan dinar note produced after the revolution. They had Doves of Peace on as well, and the colour scheme was pretty much the same, so that's quite interesting. So it says here, not legal tender, it's only for commemorative purposes, a commemorative note issued on the occasion of the 10th anniversary of the liberation of the state of Kuwait, February 26, 2001. Now, the really annoying thing about this is I just took this out of the folder, and right at the top it's left a sticky residue of glue, which really damages. Look, you can just see it when I turn it up to the light. Look at that. All along the top there is glue. And I'm really annoyed because I did it so carefully with a pair of special tweezers for taking out banknotes, and it still left the residue behind. So that's really damaged the value of this banknote. Not that it was worth much anyway, but I'm really, really annoyed about that. So if you ever see banknotes that were issued in folders and the folder is missing, that's probably because the numismatic dealer has decided that there's some issue with the folder. And this is a perfect example of that precaution. Yeah, so you can see all the glue spots along the top. I'm really frustrated by this. So I'll show you the folder, and the design is a little bit different, but you can see liberation of the state of Kuwait, and then it's in Arabic, and then you can see it's this here. You know, you have to open it up, and you can see the glue residue at the top, which is stuck to the banknote. So this is a really poor design in terms of actually holding the banknote. So that, I think that's why so many of these get cast aside and people just sell them, you know, individually as they are. But if you want to pause the video and read, it's essentially the same as the first one that I showed you, but yeah, there it is. So yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed, but there we go. The banknotes themselves are quite nice, great for new collectors who like polymer banknotes, who like to collect, who are just breaking into this hobby. You can pick these up for pretty much, you know, a really cheap price. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any questions or any suggestions, any feedback whatsoever, please put it down in the comment section. I'll prop this back up, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. It's the Money Man signing out for now. Bye bye, guys.